understand our construct. There's a doctor by the name of Dr. Tim. Dr. Tim is an Israeli professor at the Royal College in London. And he's saying that, he used the word tear up the textbooks. We have to tear up our textbooks because what we were taught is erroneous. It is wrong. It doesn't represent who we are as human beings. If Clive Campbell said that, then you could turn me off. But if the who is who, Dr. Tim, Dr. Susan Lynch, Dr. Bill Wolsowick, and the names are, they're coming. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you understand that in the last 5 years, 50,000 scientific papers have been written on the microbiome in the last 5 years. And every year now, information on the microbiome is doubling. It is the hottest topic anywhere in the scientific community. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new you. Welcome to the new you. You understand the old you in terms of thinking that you are mostly human cells, but meet your microbial self. Your human self and your microbial self coexisting as an ecosystem, a holobiome existing together. And we are really like a ship for bacteria as we move along. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the narrative. The narrative has changed. It is revolutionary. But the truth be told, I was saying to a group of persons, I'm a part of several different WhatsApp groups. And I was saying to the WhatsApp group that we have in bacteria intelligent species. And the man is saying that I'm incorrect because we cannot use the word smart and intelligent with bacteria. Now, it gave me the privilege to explain to them the new narrative, that what we think made us who we are is not really so. Because here it is, in 2017, Dr. John Gray, the same doctor that wrote the book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. 2017, he said a discovery was made that for every brain cell, how many brain cells we have? They call them neurons, 100 billion. It is surrounded, it is discovered, by 7 bacterial cells for each brain cell. What's the purpose? For it to work effectively and efficiently. Ladies and gentlemen, I could not even make this up if I wanted to. This is the new you. They control everything in terms of your biology. They make 30 different neurotransmitters. Any neurotransmitter that your brain can make in your skull can be made by the brain in your gut called the microbiome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is revolutionary. They make one in particular called serotonin that determines your mood. If you're sad, if you're depressed, if you're anxious, if you're moody or irritable, based upon how effectively your body is making serotonin, determines if you're sad and depressed, or if you're on the side too many, you are becoming anxious. The bacteria in our gut does that. The bacteria in our gut determines the condition of our immune system. If our immune system is weak or it is strong, if your immune system can fight COVID or it can't even fight David. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the microbiome that trains, supervises, monitors, and turns up the intelligence, the IQ of the immune system, the microbiome. So in the case of autoimmune diseases in which the microbiome has been decimated because people might have taken antibiotics or medication or poor lifestyle practices, we have a leaky gut and it causes immune system disorders and causing autoimmune diseases. The only way to fix the autoimmune disease is to restore the integrity of your gut microbiome. It seals up and heals up a leaking gut. And when it is sealed up and healed up, then you get rid of the autoimmune diseases. And that is when the microbiome trains and raises the IQ of your immune system and say, guys, this war is over. Get back to base, soldiers. You don't need to fight anymore. No friendly fires around here. And the soldiers of the immune system return to base and stop the autoimmune diseases of rheumatoid arthritis, cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, schizophrenia, etc. This is how you do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this microbiome ain't easy. The microbiome is more sophisticated than your MRI, your CAT scan, your X-ray, your PET scan. It is more sophisticated than our medicine. So that is why I'm saying to you, if your microbiome cannot protect you against a virus that is turning the world upside down, then it's something man going to make in a bottle, in a vial to inject in you, going to protect you. I don't know if even two brain cells are working in people's brain anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, I would rather depend on my good up microbes and my bacteria to protect me than the greatest flawed medical science of man. Now, this is my opinion. You can differ. Just think about it, your microbiome does not stop until it finds the areas in your body that is aching, the issues in your tissues, and fix it. So everything in your body, they ensure that everything is plugged in, not plugged out. Everything is turned on, nothing is turned off. Everything is balanced, there are no imbalances. The microbiome makes healing molecules so that it can go, these molecules can peruse the body, butyrate, acetate, and propionate, and fix it. But I'm reading and listening and studying doctors who are saying that there are instances that there are breaches that are so upfront that the gut microbiome has to dispatch critical captains from the gut. They go live and direct to the site, investigate it, and begin to turn that point in your body around. It does not leave until it fixes it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about nanobots to make miniature robots to go into our bodies and to fix it. That is what medical science is thinking about. But waste of time, because God has installed it in our body from the day we were born. And some were saying even before we were born. This is the most state of the art, cutting edge, sophisticated bacteria that we can ever have our hands on. It's on us, it's around us, it's around us, it lives on us until you can say they have become us. So the situation, my friend, is that we have a sophisticated, intelligent immune system because our microbiome that is as specialists to go to different sites and investigate. Specialists for the brain, specialists for the lungs, specialists for the kidneys, the heart, for the muscles, the vagina, for joints, for blood vessels, infertility issues, obesity issues. And sometimes there are persons who are trying to get pregnant, this couple trying to get pregnant and don't understand that one of them might have a dysbiotic gut because they have taken antibiotics. And Harvard Medical School has done a study to suggest that if one of the couple has taken antibiotic that decimate the gut, because we live in a cloud of bacteria, it affects the other partner also who did not even take the antibiotic, because the two of them cloud come together, and what affects one gut microbiome is affecting the other gut microbiome, and you want to be having a child, but there is gut dysbiosis. The way to fix that is to repair the gut, and for there now, in order for that to happen, is that you have to change some different things in your lifestyle. And the products we have to help with that, Sankey Global products to help to reverse, recover, and restore, ladies and gentlemen, things like diabetes, high blood pressure, stroke, heart attack, atherosclerotic plaques. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing that is taking place inside your body that microbes cannot adequately deal with. That is the consolation I have for you. I have all about 2 minutes leave, and I'm going to wrap up and hand over back to Queen Dr. Ruth Ann, because an upgrade of your body is now available. Have you ever been using a mobile or electronic or computer device and it sends you a notification, a newer version of this device is available? If you keep on saying no, you keep on saying no, I give an option, to say accept it or to say no. But they keep on saying no instead of accepting it. What happened to some people's phone? It crashed. What happened to some people device, computer, or laptop, or desktop? It crashes because you keep on turning down the newer version. Ladies and gentlemen, a newer version, an upgraded version of your microbiome is available through the Sankey Global products. And please don't say no to these cutting edge, state of the art products. And the last point I want to make before I hand over tonight, we may our passport that we have, that we go to immigration and when we're traveling with it, does not adequately identify you. In the future, we believe that every human being will need to have a microbial passport to determine, just as how you want to know your blood type, to know your microbial type, what kind of microbes you have in you, and therefore which type of medicine you might be allergic to, what is likely to be the outcome of the medicine you take, because your microbiome is going to change it. What kind of food you can eat, because according to what you eat, your microbiome is going to change it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is coming. This is what we now have. 4 fantastic, amazing products. Asaki, Bellage, Inner 7, and Quanoe Fire. You are going to need these products now more than ever because we are sailing through COVID weather. I could say many more things to you. Thanks for the time you have taken, and allow Queen Dr. Ruth and Lightborn to take over for the rest of the program. Thank you so much.
Wow. I was going to interrupt you a couple of times. I said, no, I just got to let him flow. Let him flow. Let him flow. Let the DJ flow. Let the guru speak. So guys, listen, I don't know if you understand the power of this microbiome, but what I want to share with you now, and I'm going to share it with who I love to call affectionately Dr. Denise. We're going to go through these products and then we have a guest speaker. So if you have any things going on in your body and you're new to trying our products and you want to know the Sankey scription that you need to use, we have a guest speaker tonight that is going to speak to that along with Dr. Denise, because Dr. Denise has been also treating individuals with these products. Okay, so we want you to know that hope is out there. You know, we're not saying that we cure or mitigate any disease. So I'm going to put that out there and make sure you have that disclaimer and know that we're not saying that, but we are saying that the testimonies that come in from the different ailments, the different diseases, dis-ease, as Nurse Charles said the other night, I need y'all to understand that these products are just allowing the body to feed the good bacteria, not allowing that 2% go havoc, just run wild. Because we got that 2% bad bacteria in us that it just carries on bad. You got that 2% of the community that you'd be like, don't go near that house because if you go near that, it's just bad juju or bad vibes or something will happen. Well, we got that in our body as well. Clive ain't touched on that one. He ain't touched on them bad boys. He talked about the good ones. But we need to understand that we need to feed the good bacteria so that our body can get to a level of homeostasis so that the body can do what God created it to do. And like he said, the microbiome is in there helping to fuel this process. So, Dr. Denise, are you out there? See if she's still there. Let's see if she comes up. But anyway, so we're going to be talking about our products. We have our Hasaki. Our Hasaki nourishes the microbiota with over 596 metabolites. And I know Dr. Denise always loves to talk about her 596, but it also improves protein absorption by 20%. So this can be used as a meal replacement as well as a meal enhancer. So those persons that actually need to, put on some weight, you can actually use it as When you eat, you add to it. You take this as your side drink, and like Dr. Franco always says, 45 minutes before or 45 minutes after, you drink liquid when eating, so that you don't mess with the digestive acid in your stomach, because a lot of us always want to drink our sodas and our water whilst eating, and it causes that digestive acid to mess up, and then it causes us to get heartburn, and then we're wondering why we can't belch, and then we want to drink another soda. Well, guys, we're washing away the acid, the light acid that's in our stomach, that allows and aids in our digestive process. But it also increases the oxidation of fat and provides energy to trillions of the mitochondria. And for those that don't know, mitochondria is the energy of the cells. And that 596 is the metabolites, the metabolism that is necessary in our body for us to just basically digest our food, to metabolize our food. That's what it produces, the metabolites. Metabolism produces metabolites. And so this deals with the microbiota in our system, which is absolutely incredible. Then we have our Bell Age, or beautiful age. This reactivates our body's antioxidants and increases energy production naturally. It definitely improves blood circulation. So persons that are suffering with that tingling in the toes, tingling in the legs, in the fingertips, in the arms, your circulation is definitely going to start improving when you start taking the Belage. It was so interesting. I was talking to someone today, and well, I'll tell you that when I get to the end, but this Belage for me has absolutely changed the game when it comes to the energy that passes through my legs. For someone that has been clinically diagnosed with NMO, which is similar to that of multiple sclerosis. And then it also increases hydration at the cellular level. So as soon as it gets in, it has its nanoparticle size, gets in immediately, and hydrates at the cellular level. This is important because it actually can permeate, because of the nano size of the product, it actually can permeate the eye wall barrier as well as the brain barrier. This definitely allows for hydration of the brain for persons that are suffering with Alzheimer's, okay, dementia, anxiety, depression. This is going to be that product that you definitely want to turn to and say, okay, I need to try it. And it energizes you. If you're that athlete that wants to get out there and start exercising and wants to see your true potential, you think you're fast, you think you're good. Mr. Battle said last night, man, he's playing golf like he played 20 years ago. Like, what? This is what this does. It really rejuvenates your body. It's feeding the mitochondria, the energy of your cells. So it's taking you up a notch. It's making you have that pep in your step, okay? Then we have our inner seven. This inner seven comes from 325 meters in the Okinawa Ocean. And listen, this bad mama jamma right here, I like to call her a she because she really bad. So not bad as in bad, bad as in good, bad. Yeah. But listen, improves natural defense mechanism. She balances your pH, stimulates relaxation and revitalization. Two of the main minerals that you find in this would be magnesium and potassium, which is so important for heart health, as well as energy, as well as relaxation. It definitely improves digestion. I've had persons just put this in warm, hot water, and they have a full pass just from doing that. And yes, it is purified salt water with about, I think it's 57 or 60 milligrams of salt in it. It also recovers your body's essential minerals, because not only does it come from 321 deep in the ocean, not only does it have magnesium and potassium, it actually has an additional, I think it's like 50 something or 60 other minerals inside of it. And when I read it every single time, I'm like, whoa, in this little tiny pack, this is what's in it. Yes, it really has a great effect. And for me, Belage and Inner 7 put together is what I use for my pain threshold, and to really make it hum at a 4 instead of a 15, because that's what I used to hum at before. And I used to, take 300 milligrams of Tramadol. I've been able to come off of that. And I've been able to come off of 1,800 milligrams of gabapentin. I only take 1,800 now. I used to take 3,600 every single day. And this Cronut Fire, listen, this bad mama jamma right here, she reduces the absorption of calories, sugars, and carbs, so it burns fat. If you're suffering with high blood pressure and diabetes, this is the one for you. This is going to lower it. Those Japanese black beans in there, Nurse Donnelly, who's going to be coming up in a few minutes. When she called me one night, she said, girl, you sitting down? I said, no, I'm running around my room, because she's like, I have something to tell you. And she listed off what Japanese black beans did. And guys, when I tell you it was Cronut Fire to a T, I'm talking to a T. I mean, the thing even had iron in it. And I said to her, I said, wow, my iron had gone up by, my hemoglobin level had gone up by, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 points, 4 points, some points. And I had thought it was the belage. But after she explained what was in black beans, I was like, oh, okay. And I love to take my Canoe Fire at night. I usually actually mix all three. Yes, I'm a mixer. I do my cocktails and I mix my Belage and a 7 and Canoe hot together and I drink it. And guys, this deals with gastric protection and antioxidation, and it increases thermogenesis to remove fatty tissue. I am watching as I am burning fat, sitting in a bed. Who's lose weight while they sit in the bed? Normally you gain weight. Okay. And I'm watching as that little, you know, that little double chin, that little poof that is beat under the chin. It drives me nuts. Guess what? It is slowly shrinking. And like Pastor Searson said the other day, I look like a teenager. So, yes, I'm very proud to be taking these products and allowing them to do what they do, which is reverse, recover, and restore. So, I wanted to share what the products did in general. And now I'm going to bring on an amazing, fantastic female that I met. I think it's been 2 years already or more. Jeez. Girl, I know you longing. But she is a phenomenal mother of three. She does have a special needs son who she is proud of because he is just doing some wondrous things because of this product system. She has seen some improvement even with her whole entire family using this system, just as I have, and all of us have, because guess what? These products are literally children friendly. Did you hear me? Even a baby can take them. So I always feel the test of times is when a child can take something, that means an adult can take it and it's good for you. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up this lady. She's a nurse of over 24 plus years. And listen, if I had her resume in front of me, guys, one day she sent it to me and I was like, you know, when you're scrolling on your phone, I scroll and I scroll and I scroll and I scroll and I said, only no, no, no. I said, what type of resume this is? Listen, guys, her accolades are long, okay? So without further ado, Nurse Donnelly Adderley, have you made it to the call?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. And thank you so much, Dr. Ruth Ann.
Yes.
And look here. The king brought it tonight. He brings it every night. And I could sit and I could listen to him just do this whole presentation by himself talking about the microbiome. Let me tell you something. Some things that he hit with the gut, for instance, guys, this is testimony about the microbiome with myself. Um, it was about 4 years ago. I was feeling sick, didn't know what was going on. I said, boy, I must need some for pain. I walked out of the hospital, heading to the parking lot to my car because I had some Panadols in my car. And see, the thing about it is, when you're a nurse on the ward, you know you can't touch that medicine on that thing. So you have to take your own medicine. So I walked out to the car, and by the time as I was about to take my keys out of my uniform to go for the car, I blacked out and I fell in the parking lot, blacked out. When I got up, I met some doctors and some other staff over me. And they rushed me to the emergency room. When they rushed me to the emergency room, they said, well, what happened? I said, I had this bad pain in my stomach. I had this bad pain in my stomach. And they ran some tests. They didn't find anything. So they finally decided that they needed to give me a scan. When they did the scan, they saw that I had a mass the size of a football attached to my bowels. And so they said they had to do emergency surgery. So they did the emergency surgery. I was in the hospital for weeks. Guys, they were trying to give me everything for my stomach to get my stomach settled. I couldn't smell anything. I couldn't taste anything. I couldn't even drink water. Everything came up. They put me on all kind of foolishness like Nexium, Dulcican, all kind of things to try and get my stomach back together. And see, the thing about it is with a lot of physicians, they do what they're taught. And so the microbiome, dealing with the microbiome is more of a natural thing. So you need natural stuff to deal with the microbiome. So a certain doctor, He came in my room because he's a very close friend of mine. He came in that bed. He said, Donnelly, you're wasting my guys. Let me tell you something. When I went into that hospital, I was weighing almost 200 pounds. When I came out of the hospital, I was weighing 126 pounds. That's how sick I was. And to get me out of the hospital, do you know what got me out of the hospital? Every day, my friend, who's a doctor, and I can't call his name because I don't want to get in trouble. He said, look here, when they give you an Nexium and other stuff, don't take that. Don't take it, take it, swallow it. Now, I ain't telling you all to do that when you're going to the hospital now, because I just don't want my patients take medication or not. Anyway, so I shouldn't tell you all this. But anyway, he brought ripe papaya smoothie, just the papaya and ice, and mixed it and brought it to me every morning. And in 3 days, I was able to be discharged out of the hospital because the enzymes in the papaya actually helped to balance off my microbiome in the gut. Sorry, guys, sorry. Oh. So that is what happened. And so when I saw that, I said, guess what? I'm going to do the natural way. So guys, without further ado, Dr. Ruth Ann brought me on this call to actually explain to each one of you that, hey, there is help. There's help out there for each one of you, and you are on the right call. So right now, if you know anybody suffering from a non-communicable disease or even a communicable disease, even as it pertains to SARS, COVID-19, get them on the line. We are gonna give you the Psyche scription. The Psyche scription is coming to you tonight. So Ruth Ann, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna open the lines and ask people to, or they gonna type in the message.
Yeah, I mean, whichever people are most comfortable with. I know we have one in the chat so far.
Or they can raise their hands and you can unmute them as they raise their hands.
Yeah, whichever they can raise their hand. Yeah, let's do raise hand in case it becomes everybody talking at once. But the first question that we have is, do these products help someone with obsessive compulsive disorder? Obsessive.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We have, see, all these things, when it comes down to anything with the brain and the nervous system, it all has to do with circulation. It all has to do with circulation. And so when you come obsessive compulsive disorder, this person their brain needs more circulation and oxygen, and also obsessive compulsive disorder also is in line with anxiety. It aligns with anxiety. So if you see anybody with OCD, they usually would have anxiety. So those persons, we would put them on the Balage and the Crenu, because the Balage would get the circulation and the oxygen to the brain, while the Crenu would actually relax them. So that would be a combo they should try at least 2 to 3 times a day.
One of the other questions in the group, and I'll ask Mr. M or her or she, Pennerman, when you say how and when do you take the products? I mean, I guess, Donnelly, that's a general question, but how and when do you take the products?
How and when do you take the products?
Yeah.
So usually some people, when they're first starting off with these products, we would ask you first in the morning to take a couple of Balage before you eat anything. And when you go to bed at night, you can drink a hot cup of Crenu before bedtime. Or some people choose, if they're using it to lose weight, they decide to eat it about 20 minutes before they have dinner. And after getting used to the products, then you can gradually take Crenu up to 6 times a day. It's up to you when you want to drink it, because it's all food at a cellular level. And
you mean the Balage up to 6 times a day? Balage up to 6 times a day.
The Balage, up to 6 times a day. Now, I can tell you one thing. I've tried the Crenu up to 4 times a day, because I wanted to lose weight. You remember when I was doing the
Uh-huh.
the canoe and the ballage together,
Uh-huh. And you
and
went
how I
back to
lose all
your
the
high
weight
school
drastically?
figure. Uh-huh.
Yes, 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 yes.
Trying to
With the
show
blue and
off.
the, I do my best. I do my best to show off.
And also let them know, like, there's a regiment that we have. I know, Donnelly, you had somebody actually on the full regiment of the nutritional booklet, and you had great success with
Oh,
it.
well,
Like,
guess you
that
must be
nutritional
know
booklet.
I was gonna mention that. You must be know I
Yes.
was gonna mention that. This here, I got the empty box right on the side of me. The 10-day. Y'all can see that? They can see that, Rudan?
Yes. Uh-huh. Or bring it in front of you. There we go. Right there. Uh-huh. Right
10-day
there.
box. This is for persons who just want to try the product. And guess what? In 10 days, you will see a difference in your skin, a difference in your waistline, a difference in your energy level, a whole over body difference with this 10-day. And so in the Bahamas, we're going to soon have our 10-day challenge. Aren't we? And not in Nassau, I would say in the Bahamas, because and hold on now, we get our people from all over the
Yeah,
world. So guess what?
we'll have to do like we'll have to do a global 10-day challenge.
A global 10-day challenge. A global 10-day challenge. And in this box, there is the stuff open. So yeah, I've been in the box. This is the Hasaki that they talked about. This comes in it. Then four shinkas come in it. These shinkas have 4 Balaj and 4 Canoe each, right, Dr. Ruzan?
Yes, that's
There's
correct.
4 that come in.
And there's 3 of them.
Yes, 3, sorry. And then you have the inner 7, you get 10 of these little babies right here. Inner 7 that comes from deep down in the sea 221 leagues underneath the sea. And then from a special reservoir, now not any beach. This is a reservoir that only belongs to Sankey Global, the scientists of Sankey. So nobody's going swimming in this reservoir. This is untouched. Okay? No, nobody's be throwing nothing in that. No. Then this is the booklet here. This is the 10-day booklet. In this booklet, it actually guides you through this program. The 10-day program tells you what to eat, when to take the Balaj, when to take the Canoe, when to take the inner 7, when to take the Hasaki, when to exercise, when to weigh yourself. This booklet, it even has recipes. It even has recipes in it. It has different exercises. If you can, let me put it closer to the screen. It has different exercises. It tells you how you can do the exercises in the book. And then it also has meal plans. If you can see that delicious plate of food down in the bottom there, shows you how to cook your food. And it also has a chart, a daily chart.
Bring it over. Bring it in front of you.
Oh, sorry.
In front of you. There we go. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a chart. You could actually evaluate yourself. And it teaches you how to evaluate yourself. So guys, I would recommend that you start on the 10-day and this is to get your body and your system going. You understand me? After 10 days, you would look in the mirror and you wouldn't even know yourself.
And tell them about how a gentleman tried. That's where he started. He started on you, and you made him go through that booklet. You guided him through that booklet and said, nope, stick to the booklet. Stick to the booklet.
Yes.
And he was blown away by the results in 10 days.
Yes, in 10 days. Guys, we even have, I don't know, Shadwick is on this call, but even down to Shadwick, who had a surgery and couldn't walk. At least he walked with a limp. He had all kinds of problems. Man, Shadwick doing all kinds of foolishness now. And then I have someone out of the US who had a heart situation, blood pressure situation. Boy, this person had blood pressure. His blood pressure was like 192, almost 200, over 120, 110. That's death. Now his pressure is now leveling over 110, 120, over 70, over 80 for the last 4 months. The last 4 months. And every evening I ask, what is your pressure? You have to be, and the thing about it is, with this thing, you have to be consistent. You can't say, oh, I take that thing, I'm with 2-3 days, and I ain't seen nothing. Consistency is key. That's the same way how you always come. The doctor puts you all on a regime of medication. All the medication anyway, that ain't do nothing for me. Because you do not follow through. With the system, you need to follow through. And the thing about it is, I've seen persons who have, there's a person, I know she's on the line. She is a diabetic. All right. She was on insulin 3 times a day. Then she decided to go on the Crenew and then the 7. That's what I put on. And I told her, keep in contact with your doctor, because guys who are on this line who are diabetics and hypertension, you better have your machine in the house. You need to have a glucometer and a blood pressure machine in your house if you're a diabetic or if you're a hypertensive patient. A lot of persons who are diabetic, hypertensive, they do not take care of themselves. They don't. Do you know how many persons Dr. Ruth Ann has said, okay, I think I need you to talk to Nurse Donnelly. Other persons on this team has put persons onto me and to actually follow them. And the thing about it is, the first question I ask a diabetic, do you have your glucometer? Oh, child, I ain't get none of them. You on insulin, you on diamicron? Yes. You on glucophage? Yes. So, how do you know if to take your glucophage, your insulin, your diamicron, whatever? How do you know if to take it or not? How do you know what your blood sugar is at? How do you know if, hey, you're on these psyche products and guess what? Is leveling off your blood sugar, and guess what? The doctor can start now decreasing the amount of medication that you're on. How do you know if you're not monitoring yourself? Just a little thing I needed to plug in there. And that goes for the hypertensive patient as well. Because see, I don't know but the other countries on this line, but somebody told me that I think it was the US, another country is like that. Dr. Ruth Ann the other night on the call, when I said we did a study, and here in the Bahamas, and 98% of the homes in the Bahamas have somebody in there suffering with some kind of non-communicable disease. Something is going on in that house. It's either obesity, arthritis, anxiety, depression, diabetes, hypertension, gastroenteritis, something is going on. Asthma, allergies, lupus, cancer, something is going on. There's a party going on in this about every house in the Bahamas. As Nurse Jennifer Charles would say, a dis-ease almost in every house. Because of this, because a lot of people, they go around, child, my mother was diabetic and my daddy was diabetic and my auntie was diabetic. You know why? Because the pot passed down. What do I mean by the pot passed down? Grammy taught mommy, auntie, and all of them how to cook. Mommy and auntie them then teach you how to cook. And so everybody's eating the same food. And so what happens? What happens? The genes ain't passed down. The
disease passed on.
The pot passed down. That's what happened. The pot passed down. So
we have some more questions as well for you. We have, what about stroke patients that got cell damage in the brains because of a hemorrhage? Can we assist
Oh,
them?
I love that question. Okay.
Oh, and before that, I had one before that I missed, and the one before that was, can persons with high blood pressure, high blood sugar take Inter7? So those are the two questions. High blood sugar, can they take Inter7? And then what about the stroke patients that got cell damage in the brains because of hemorrhage?
Okay. The person with diabetes, high blood sugar, diabetes, same thing. They can take Inter7 if they are not hypertensive at this time. See, a lot of persons who are hypertensive have or diabetic have a plus sign. That plus sign is hypertensive plus diabetes, hypertensive plus high cholesterol, hypertensive plus heart issues, hypertensive plus digestive issues. You want me to do it with the diabetes too? Diabetes plus hypertension, diabetes plus high cholesterol, diabetes plus poor circulation, diabetes plus anxiety, diabetes plus wounds that won't heal, diabetes plus precipitous ulcers. Yeah. Don't see how this thing goes. Diabetes plus kidney failure. Okay. So does the diabetic, I want them to put it back in the chat. Does the diabetic person have any heart or blood pressure issues? If they do, they cannot take Inter7 at this time. We would rather them take Inter7 when they see that, hey, after being on the Balage and the Canoe, the blood pressure is starting to lower. Once the blood pressure is starting to lower and it starts to actually level off, that is when you would add your Inter7, not before. And then you said there's somebody who's a stroke patient. Who's a stroke? I'm gonna say patient. I don't like calling people stroke patient. A stroke victim who was a victim of stroke.
Yes, a victim of stroke that got
A
cell
victim,
damage in the
who
brains.
was a victim. And
Yeah,
who was a
because of
victim? Because
hemorrhage.
we ain't claiming all these diseases. You are a victim of a disease. All right. So the person with the stroke, they can take the Balage and because somebody had a stroke, they had issues with hypertension. So the Balage, they can start with the Balage. What the Balage will do is actually get that circulation flowing. It will get that circulation flowing so that the neurons in the brain and all those other cells in the brain can start rebuilding. Why? Because we abide by nanobiotechnology. Nanobiotechnology means that the molecules were made so tiny that and coated that when they go into the digestive tract, they're not destroyed by the digestive tract and they're easily passed through the digestive tract into the bloodstream and enter the cells of the body. Now, you know, down to your hair, not my braids, that because these are real, but my hair underneath it, all of that is cells. your skin cells, everything on you are made up of cells. And these cells have something called the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of every cell in your body. The mitochondria attest for 67% of your body weight. So what the Balage does, it goes into the cells and start to repair the mitochondria. Once the mitochondria, and I hope you all writing so y'all can look it up, the mitochondria, when it starts to repair, what it does, it actually sets the body into what is called homeostasis. Homeostasis is the process in which the body starts to repair itself. That's what God intended our bodies to do, repair itself. But because of the food we eat, the water we drink, the daily stress of everyday life, man-made medication, the air and the pollutants that we breathe, sometimes even down to what we wash our clothes on, the deodorant. Sometimes you see when you use a deodorant, you may have an abscess come underneath your arm. All of them are outside toxins that come into the body and destroy the cells of the body. And so now when the cells of the body being destroyed, the mitochondria is being destroyed. So we need now a kickstart. And that is what the ballage does. It gives the body that kickstart, man. So that is what that ballage does. Once that circulation starts flowing, the cells start rebuilding itself, man. I remember one night I called Dr. Rudan. I said, Rudan, that's not a revelation. Man, people going off paying for stem cell. We get stem cell through nutrition.
Yeah, and she did trip out, guys.
Y'all ain't get that. Y'all ain't get that. Look how much for stem cell treatment and how much treatments you have. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We have stem cell through nutrition. Or okay, y'all ain't still here. Y'all hear that. So yes. Pardon?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I was gonna tell you another question, but go ahead.
Yes. So the person with a stroke, I would advise that they start off with the ballage and take that ballage at least up to 4 times a day. Breakfast, lunch.
Yeah, and I concur with Nurse Donnelly.
And in the nighttime,
yeah.
And in the nighttime, they will take that ballage and couple that with the quinine.
Yeah, and drink it hot, nice and hot.
Hot in the nighttime. Hot, nice and hot.
Yes. So this person says, I am having a colitis flare, but got the ballage and the inner 7 yesterday. Should I go ahead and take them?
I would have wished they had. Do they have hypertension? Now, as I said before, if you have hypertension, I don't suggest that you start on the inner 7 right away. Now, if you do not have hypertension, they said they got the inner 7 ballage. That person with colitis, that person with the colitis, if they do not have hypertension, I suggest this, the 10 day. The 10 day. They need that whole jump start with that stomach issue. And also they also need to actually get a colonic done. I mean, if they're into that. But what the colonic does, it will also hydrate the colon wall, and it will even make it easier for the products to actually go through the large and the small intestine to actually start that repair more readily. So, and the Hasaki as well. So they need to be on the whole system. Now, that person.
And yes, guys, she's a hydrocolonic therapist.
Hydrocolonic therapist.
So that everybody knows. Well. Hydrocolonic therapist. Yes. Yeah.
Hydrocolon.
So she does therapist. That as well.
Yes, yeah, I do.
Hydrocolon therapist.
Yeah, she told you my.
So someone that says,
my CV
yeah, it just goes on and on. You can't even introduce her right because you'll be here all night trying to introduce her. The other question says, what can a person with factor 3 inhibitor take? Now I know that has to do with a parent getting a disease and it's passing on, and then it has the antithrobin 3 protein in it, and it can sometimes cause abnormal bleeding and clots and thrombi. So that can cause
with that person,
blood
I need
flow.
to get some more history from that person. Okay. But they can start off just to be on the safe side. They can just start off with just the ballage, and then these persons can reach out to you who has these questions that I need to get a hand on. They can reach out to you, and then you can give them my phone contact, because I'm not going to give my phone contact because I'll have everybody calling me and my phone is going to crash. That happened to me. That my phone just crashed. Okay, so if they can filter through the set. We'll have the question because I know you can see their name. I cannot see their name. And,
okay, with that one, we don't have a name. So if you want to privately inbox me, who is that? That is Cher. No, is that one? Yes. If you could just private message me your information, and I will forward it on to Nurse Donnelly so she can have some answers for you. Another question is, sorry, no, that was from Anne. My apologies, Cher. Anne, can you private message me? iPhone Joy, hello. Can products be taken with pharmaceuticals for OCD? How do you deal with that? And thank you.
Okay. Pharmaceuticals there are no contraindications with our products. None. We have actually, that was 2 months ago, when we did the presentation with Tello.
I think so, yes.
Okay. At that time, we had sold over 150 million sockets of these products. And guess what, guys? No contraindications, no allergies, no problems reported. Nil, nada, zench. None. None. Not at all. Not one. And guess what? When I first started, I was on meds for hypertension. I was on meds for my gastric issues after my surgery. I was on meds for endometriosis. I was on meds for sinus issues. I was on meds for eczema. Everybody's trying to call me. I was on meds for eczema. And guess what, guys? Guess how much meds I'm on now? None. None.
Wow.
And I took these medications and I was able to come off them one by one. I am on none. And no problems with taking them.
I'm going to go now to the chat. Nurse Donnelly, Fitzmate Mahabi, you've been unmuting your line. Also, Karen, you have been unmuting your line. I don't know if y'all have a question or y'all just don't know you're unmuted. I just wanted to know before I mute you back.
I'm just joining. I don't have a question yet.
Okay, no problem. Not a problem. I'll just mute you. Karen, do you have a question just before I mute? Just want to make sure. No? Okay, no problem. DQ Team Canada, do you have a question?
Yes. Okay,
go ahead.
I have a problem. Like, I'm diabetic. I take metformin. I have blood pressure. And pill that I take in the morning and one I take at night. I take bisoprolol at night because when I'm sleeping at night, all of a sudden I'll just wake up and my heart will just be palpitating and my pressure goes up and my body hurts, and it happens every night. I'm so afraid to sleep at nights, and I'm having anxiety problems. And I want to know if the Belage will help because my blood pressures are even this evening. My pressure went up to 168/84. My pulse was 94.
I need to repeat that.
My blood pressure this evening went up to 168/84, and my pulse was 94.
Oh,
and this
wow.
and this morning my pressure was 110/56, and the pulse was 87.
Okay.
So sometimes my blood pressure goes up and down, and my sugar levels go up and down, and that gets me very scared and nervous, and I'm starting to get anxiety problems. And like in my feet, it's like tingling, and like I think the vein is like something. The vein is moving inside my my leg, and in my head I felt like something moving in my head because the doctor gave me a pill to take at night, and when I took the pill and I got up the next morning, my head was like hurting so badly into my shoulders and into my neck. And it's about 2 weeks ago since I took the pill, and my head is still sore, and it's as if my face is swelling and my shoulders are still sore and my neck is still sore. Sometimes I'm dizzy. Even when I get up, I'm walking as if I'm gonna fall back. I'm dizzy. So can the Balage help me?
Question. Did they do an EKG on you or a heart Doppler?
I went to the hospital when I think it was 2 weeks ago, when my blood pressure went up to 190 something, over 100 and something, my pulse 100 something. And I went to the hospital and they took a blood test, and they said they don't see any signs of heart attack or any damage, and I should go and see a heart specialist. And right
Yes,
now
you
with
need
this,
to.
right now with this pandemic, right now it's the hospitals. It's so the emergencies are filled. You can't even go there. And the appointment I got for the heart specialist is in June.
Okay.
So at nights I'm so afraid to sleep because I'll be sleeping. I woke up, all of a sudden I just woke up and my heart is just racing, my pulse is just racing, and it scares me. And when I look, it's so high, my pressure goes up high. I don't eat no salt or anything to do that.
Okay, before I go, before I answer, what is your, okay, be real. I want you to be real with me and honest.
Okay.
I want you to be honest. I'm going to ask you this
Mhm.
question. I want you to be honest. At least two questions. Do you have stress factors around you? You don't have to say what it is. Do you have stress factors around you?
Yes, sometimes I'm stressed, yes. And I
Okay.
get scared, like
Number,
with anxiety about like with this COVID, get me so, with the anxiety and all that.
okay. Number two,
Mm-hmm.
give me a rundown. Be real with me. Be honest with me, because I can't see your eyes. I like to ask. When I ask patients this question. I love to look in their eyes, because your eyes
Okay.
speak the truth.
Okay.
On a daily, give me a daily routine for you as it pertains to your diet.
Well, I don't have a proper diet. I don't really eat properly. I don't eat properly because sometimes I'll eat just 1 or 2 times for the day. Because sometimes I don't feel like eating.
Do you know that and I want everybody on this line to know this. Do you know that when you do not eat properly, you heighten your chance of high cholesterol, high blood
I
sugar,
have that.
and
I have
hypertension?
I have that.
Okay. Okay.
I
I
have
can
acid
call it out.
reflux too. And I have acid
I can
reflux.
call it because you're not eating on time. And so it's going to cause your situation to become more prevalent if you do not eat properly. So you're another one who, Dr. Ruth Ann, I need to talk to her privately, please. There's some other things I'm going to ask her, but I don't want to ask her on the call.
Okay, so that is DQ Team Canada. Just send your information to Mava, and then Mava will forward it to me, and we'll get that to Nurse Donnelly for you, okay?
Okay.
And thank you so much for your question. We appreciate you.
Yes.
So some of the other questions that we have, Nurse Donnelly, tonight are, and then we will try and wrap it up. I have multiple ailments from sinus, low blood pressure, vertigo, diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, as well as gynae issues. Where do I start?
Okay. All of them, I suggest they start with the 10D. All of them. Every last one of them.
Right.
And guys, just to let you know that my daughter was asthmatic, and her allergies used to cause her asthmatic to set off. And she used to go through 3 to 4 inhalers a month. Since I had it on these products, the child hasn't used inhalers. Her inhalers has expired. I drove them out of my house. And it's been from 2019, Dr. Ruth Ann, or early part of 2020.
Because I think she started it early part of 2020. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Definitely. And so the next question would be, so Janelle Gray, 10D, start with your 10D, and then you will start seeing all of those different things change in your life, okay? And the low blood pressure, guys, again, the thing is, the products are life, guys. I mean, when I tell you they are amazing.
Guys, if you get the 10D and you know you have hypertension or a heart condition, do not use the inner 7. There's some inner 7 in the box. I'm going to show you what the inner 7 looks like again.
The 10 packets of inner 7.
10 packets of inner 7. But don't throw these away. These bad boys, they could be used to grow your hair, for facials. If you're having pain, you can put it in a little bit of hot water in a little basin and take a towel and put it in the basin with this and just put it on the part of the body where you have pain or aches, and it actually works. This right here, even down to the other products, because
hey Donnelly, please share with them the story about how we figured out the inner 7 actually worked on very sore sore muscles and pain. Guys, this has been a learning experience for us.
I had a neighbor, right? I gave her one of these. Oh Lord, I keep on going the wrong way. I gave her one of these, right? And I also gave her, this is empty because I just finished drinking mine, the Canoe Fire. I gave her these two. And I said, now mix these two together in some hot water, because she said she couldn't sleep. And her shoulder, her hand, she couldn't lift her hand. When she came to me, she was holding her hand like this. She couldn't let it down and she couldn't lift it up. So I said, okay, here's what you're gonna do. I say, take the 2 of these and put it in some hot water and let me know how it go in the morning. I didn't tell her, see, and that's another thing, boy. When you talk to clients, you need to tell them you drink it. So she say, she put them in hot water and she put that in the towel and she put it on the take up. Look at the next morning, she come running in my yard. Totally. That is how we found out that these where the nanoparticles, because I think we spoke to Dr. Franco, right? The nanoparticles can actually seep through the skin. That's how good these things are. And and for the ladies, this right here is also good for facials. And there's something else, is the Saki, right? We mix it with the Saki for facials, right? Dr. Ruzanne?
Yes, you can mix it with the Hasaki for facials.
For facials.
Yes.
And you see me here, I have no face powder on my face. And my face wasn't like this. Yep. Dr. Ruzanne can attest because she know me for years.
Yep.
No face powder, none. I wish I had a piece of tissue. No face powder, none. Okay, I can use the outside of this mask, this mask clean. Y'all can see the mask, right? Okay.
No, we can't see the mask. The mask, you have to do it in the right. There we go.
Okay. Okay.
Middle of the camera. Come over. Come over. There. No, go back a little.
Y'all
there we
see
go.
anything?
There we go.
Y'all see anything?
Nope.
Okay. No face powder. That's my skin.
So we have some other questions that we can get through, because this is, people got some questions in here. How should one troubled by acid reflux take these products?
Oh boy, that acid reflux, I suggest that they take the Canoe and the Balage together hot, and also take the Hasaki. They can drain the Hasaki.
And one of the things that I know Dr. Franco always speaks about when it comes to acid reflux, I know we're so eager when we eat to either drink something before we eat or drink something right after we eat. He says to us, guys, 45 minutes before or 45 minutes after. And I'm telling you, it works. I remember sometimes when I would eat. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Also, as a colon hydrotherapist, drinks with red color in it is not good for you, especially if you have acid reflux or indigestion. All right. Red meat is not good if you have it. Red meat is not good on the whole, because what happens with red meat, it rots in your bowel before you let it out anyway. Okay. So the colon wall is just sucking down as it goes along the colon wall. This is the meat, and this the colon wall sucking down on it, sucking down all that rot, all that worms, all that, and it's going back into the blood.
You're so gross.
Oh yes, I've done colonics where I've seen worms like ball up like this coming out of people, and it's jamming my scope. Okay.
Oh my God.
And I don't tell them when they're coming out though. I just take a picture when they come back into the consultation room. I say, this is what came out of you. Wow. Y'all don't know what living in those colons belonging to y'all, boy. Y'all don't know. Anyway, so and also, yeah, conch, guys, would be like that conch. Let me tell you something. Some of y'all, when y'all buy the conch from the dock, take the conch and put it in a container of water. you will see the parasites coming out.
Stop it. No, don't listen. Stop talking
Y'all
about
like your
conch.
conch salad.
Listen to me. Don't talk. Okay, you know what?
So
I'm done.
before you
I'm
make
walking
your
away.
conch salad, soak your conch so the parasites could come out first.
Ugh. Oh my God. We're going back to questions. You see, guys, y'all went and had a talk about the conch. Ugh. Okay. Someone with hypothyroidism, Graves' disease. How can we assist?
All of the circulation, that's the ballage.
Okay.
The ballage, and if they do not have hypertension, the inner 7 and the crino. But that person needs to jumpstart with the 10D as well. They could go on all the products if they do not have the indigestion. I'm sorry, not
hypertension.
I'm stuck to the count. Sorry, if they they do not have hypertension.
Viola Singer says, is restoration of the brain cells still possible using Ballage for the victim of a stroke after 6 years of being hit by the stroke?
Let me tell you something. Dr. Helen Amy, Dr. Helen here, Dr. Helen Story, her son got shot in his brain. Half of his brain left. And they was giving that boy up for dead. Dr. Helen gave that child through the IV. And I am telling y'all to try that because I don't know how they allowed to do that anyway. Put it in the IV, and that restored her child's health. And when he came from out of a coma, he drank it a few times a day.
And still does.
I saw him, half of his brain gone. So what do you think about a stroke person?
With the brain still there, it just needs to be fired. And whoever Viola, just so that you know, it's nanotechnology. So, you know, Dr. Franco spoke about this the other day, how the brain is one of the things that actually has a barrier and doesn't allow much in, period, because stuff will damage it. But the Ballage can permeate that.
Now, let me just say this. Everyone heals differently. Everybody's body is different, okay? And the thing about it is, as Dr. Franco would say, all right, you can go on these products and you could eat bad, and you still will see the difference. But guess what? If you change your habits, it would even be better. Like, for instance, what time is it?
You see, now we have 4 minutes to get through all these questions. Mother sick track.
Okay, all right. They'll know why I said what time it is. Okay, let's go.
Oh Lord. See, guys, she's the one who teaches us about sleep. So, oh Lord. Someone with Alzheimer's, do you recommend the complete Sankey system?
Oh yes. Remember we had 2 persons who are already in this company who oh Lord, one of them, they'd even given her mother up. They thought that she was gonna die. That's how bad her Alzheimer's was. And they gave her the products. And the following day, she was able to get out of the bed. And she started to remember her children's names.
Remember the one who started talking, who hadn't talked at all? And hadn't talked and started actually talking, and was actually able to tell the son, oh, I'm wearing my Sunday dress today. And he had not talked to his son for years.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think she was a teacher. Yes.
Yes.
Guys, let me tell you something. Last year was an amazing year for our testimonials. They were like pouring in all over the Bahamas. Next question. I'm currently experiencing dizzy spells, headaches, and cramping in the legs at night.
You have something wrong with your stomach.
So she sounds like she needs Ballage.
And is she drinking water? How much water is she drinking a day?
Are you drinking water, Janelle?
Yes. No, I'm talking flavored water. I'm talking pure water. Yes. Water, no additives to it. Water.
Yes, I do.
Hello.
Are you drinking half your weight in water in ounces?
I don't really measure it. I drink a lot of water when the day comes. That's as much as.
Pardon?
Okay, so Dr. Franco recommend when the day comes, she said. Dr. Franco recommends half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink 100 ounces of water, pure water, not like she said, not lemonade or water with something or coffee.
Water's
No,
like infused
pure water.
We take our bottles and take in the infuser, add the strawberries and the lemon and the orange and the mint. Y'all think I'll flush in your colon? Those things, some
Pure
things,
water.
I mean, even though they're pure, and they are natural, you're still not flushing your colon. You need the pure water. Learn to drink water. And see, that's another thing. You all who are babies or grandmothers, look here, when these babies born, you all, because see, maternity was my last post. Anyway, y'all stop putting Karo syrup and honey and sugar and taking these babies water.
And cereal, backing up their colons.
Let me tell you something. Newborn babies shouldn't even be drinking water. They should be on breast milk. Because that helps with the microbiome of the child and helps the child to grow up and live stronger and be actually be when the child now goes amongst other people, it builds up the immune system because of the breast milk. I want my breast to hi. Let me raise up. I had 3 children. Look at these. Oh, okay.
Guys, she's worse than me.
Stop it. Give them baby the breast.
Our next question is, what do you take for hormonal imbalance, cyst in the ovaries?
Oh, if they do not have hypertension, I repeat, I keep on telling you, if they do not have hypertension, the inner 7 and the Balage is very good.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. What about individuals that are present? Go ahead.
Women that in inner 7, that is awesome, man. That's awesome. Awesome. If you take that inner 7 religiously, you remember you used to take the Midol and the Aleve and the Panadol and the Baralgin. You used to take them when your cycle comes along. When you get on that inner 7, you won't even need that. Trust me on that. But that inner 7 and that Balage.
And then also tell them the story about the young girl who was taking it and now she doesn't even have to take it and she doesn't even have menstrual cramps anymore. Like she was taking it for the menstrual cramps and now it reversed, recovered, and restored it to the point she doesn't need it anymore.
Hold on. It's right in my house, my daughter. Okay. And then the thing about it, she's told her friends. And her friends' parents started to ask what this thing is. Okay. Yeah. So guys, if the teenage girls know that, hey, I take this inner 7, I have no more cramps, what happened to y'all? And I know you're no teenager on this line, all y'all are adults.
I'm a teenager. Pastor Sturson said I was, and he tells the truth.
Next question. Next question.
Pastor Sturson asked, what about individuals that are presently on dialysis?
Oh, whoa. Dialysis patients. Number 1, the dialysis patients, I know they are monitored with their input, output, right? Now, if depending on how much mils you're supposed to drink a day, and guess what, Bahamian dialysis, this is somebody in the Bahamas?
Well, no, this is Pastor Sturson asking. I don't know where the person is, but I know Pastor Sturson's in the States.
In the States.
In the States.
Oh, you're in the States. Okay, so y'all might not be bad as the Bahamian dialysis patient because I pass that area almost every day. And, before they go on the machine, they're drinking the Coke soda and the coffee because they say that, when they go on the machine, it could be filtered out the blood. Boy, they do some bad things here in the Bahamas, yeah? Trust me. Horrible. But most dialysis patients, they are on a strict input, output. And so let's say if, just a general scenario, let's say if you are to get, let me see how much meals, 100 mils, sorry, 500 mils. If you are to, your intake is 500 mils. You would then take 300 mils of water, and then you would take 200 mils, one being the 100 mils, one being the Balage in the morning, and 100 mils, one being the Canoe at night. That's how you would do that. You would divide your intake and let one cup of your intake be your Balage and Canoe in the morning, and 1 cup of your daily intake of liquid to be your Canoe, your hot Canoe, 8 ounces of your hot Canoe in the night. And then in between, you should be drinking water as a person on dialysis. No juices, no coffee, no sodas.
Boy, and you ain't lied. The people over here is carrying on bad.
Yeah, they carry on bad. You pass them on the bench waiting for that band to kill. All you
Coke
hear is
soda.
the Coke soda.
Yep, you ain't lie.
Horrible.
And I want to add, hey, and I want to add to that, Pastor Sarah said, I know Dr. Franco speaks highly about saunas.
Yes.
If the person can go, if the person can go into saunas as well regularly, what it will allow is for the toxins to come through their skin. So it's like the urine is coming through their skin, which then allows for them to be not have to pull so hard on the machine. So then, like Dr. Franco said, it also gives allowance. Yeah, they have portable saunas. You can get them right on Amazon. They're like $125, and you can let them person sit in there, like Dr. Franco says, for a half hour to an hour, maybe 2 hours. Let that sweat come out, and then it allows for not so much pulling when it gets onto the machine. So because they've already removed so much fluid from the toxins from their body. So yeah. And as you can see, guys, I always refer to Dr. Franco because I'm always on all of his calls. So, and for everybody who's maybe in the Bahamas, Dr. Franco's coming to the Bahamas. So get back to the person that brought you to this call. That was my plug. That was my little plug. My little plug. Go ahead. The next question is, girl, if we have more, I up here and I see 15 new questions to the bottom. Okay. Can they, and you tell us go to bed for 10 o'clock, it's 10:06, okay? Can they help someone who needs knee replacements and joint pains?
Okay, knee replacement and joint pains. Okay, now somebody who needs a knee replacement, if the doctor tells you that you need a knee replacement, that means that the cartilage is completely gone or worn out in your knee. All right, so what they will do is put prosthesis in. Now, with doing that, I suggest that you would get on the inner 7 and the Balage before surgery and immediately after the surgery to help with repair. So before surgery to prep you, so that as soon as they put that in, you start healing, and also immediately afterwards.
Thank you so much.
Now, the thing about it is, I would like to put something in there. Prevention is always better than cure. And the thing about it is our body speaks to us. And we don't listen. Because I know that person who has to have the knee repair, the knees was telling that person something is wrong for a very, very, very long time. Before you get any of these diseases or conditions going on in the body is like a car. The light comes on the dashboard. And if we don't actually take it into the mechanic or put the oil in, if you see the oil light come on, or brake fluid or transmission fluid, when we see that light come on, or the battery check light, what happens to the car? It breaks down. The same thing for our body. We have signals. Even like some people say, oh, I was meant to be big. Let me tell you something. what we do is, if we see we're a size 10 and the clothes getting too tight, we buy, and this woman's size, we buy a size 12. When the size 12 get too big, we go and we buy a size 14. When the 14 get too big, we go and we buy a size 16. The body is speaking to you. The body is saying, I'm getting bigger. But if you catch it, when you saw you had to go in a size 12 and say, guess what? I can't go to the house naked. I could buy me 2 shirts, 2 pants to wear while I'm a size 12, and I can ease right back in that size 10. The body.
Hey, Nurse Donnelly, I was always taught to never buy clothes with elastic. Like, because you stretch into it. It just keeps on stretching. Hey, belted waist, buckle it up, so that when that feel like, oh, I can't breathe. Okay, need to lose weight.
Time to do something.
I was always taught that. I was always taught that from a young child.
Something. And the thing about it is, guys, crash diets don't work. Crash diets don't work. And if you go on a crash diet and it works, you know what happens? When you go back to eating, the weight comes back double. So you're wondering why you're skipping. You was a 10, you go into a 12, so you went back on a crash diet. And guess what? After you came with the crash diet, you didn't go back to a 12, you went to a 14 because the weight came back double. Don't do that to yourself. Because when you go on a crash diet, the body stores the fat because it doesn't know when it's going to eat again. So everything you eat while you're on that crash diet, it doesn't burn off. The body has to store it because you're starving the body. And then what happens is you develop diabetes. Yeah, guys.
June Kelly asked about her mom on a BiPAP machine, but I know Marva answered as well, saying the CPAP, saying, she's on one as, but she's saying she's 89 who sleeps with a BiPAP. I think she means CPAP machine and is on a ton of pills and now has tingling in her feet. What can she take?
Oh, she needs does she have blood pressure issues? Because she's on a bunch of pills.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Okay.
She does. Okay.
So, okay. Well, she will just be on. Is she eating?
Not much. Big breakfast, but not much.
Does she like oatmeal?
Yeah, I feed in porridge. Yeah.
Porridge. Okay. Very good. You would take the sake and you would add it to her porridge, and then she likes tea.
Yeah.
Okay. This is with elderly patients, this is how we get them to eat and drink it. The Balaj in the mornings as a lemon tea, and the Canoe in the night as a hot tea again. And you will see the difference in about 4 to 5 days in her.
With the tingling in her feet, right?
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it is, with the tingling in her feet, are you elevating her feet at night?
I've just those socks, the tight socks. What I'm sorry, I know they have a name for it.
That's for circulation.
For circulation.
The pressure stockings.
Yes.
But are you elevating her feet?
No.
And are you massaging her feet?
No, she's very particular. How they are when they get a certain age.
Well, get some olive oil and tell her, say, Mama, I just want to anoint your feet.
I want to anoint those feet.
Anoint your feet. I want to anoint your feet and pray.
Okay.
And you have to meet them where they're at.
Yeah.
And know their spirit. And that's your mother, so you should know her spirit. And see, the thing about it is, no matter how old they are, they'll look at you, now look, you used to John. So then now you have to use reverse psychology with them. I know how to go.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's actually my mother-in-law, and I know I don't want to take up anybody more time, but my dad, who is 100, is in hospital because he had respiratory
issues. And he's in hospital as we speak. And they said it was something with respiration, which is breathing. His oxygen level dropped. And so they got him to the point now that he's getting it through his nose. But what they have been suctioning out of him, they say it's like they equate it to like mustard, like whatever have been in the system have been in the system.
Some thick mucus.
Yes, yeah.
So they have to.
I don't
so
know
he
what
would not
it is.
aspirate.
Yes. So I don't know when he returns back home. That's in the States. I'm in Canada. My sisters and all of them are nurses there. But when he does return home, is there anything here that we could recommend that he take?
Now with him, you're gonna have to put him on sips of fluid when he comes out. So the sips of fluid I would recommend is the Balage and Inner 7. I would not recommend the Hasaki, neither the Canoe for him at this time, because of the color secretions that are coming out, and especially if he's bedridden.
Well, he moves around, but he's in the bed, yes, yeah.
Just start them out with that, to actually see how he actually responds to that.
So the Balage and the Inner 7.
Balage and Inner 7.
And Donnelly, with him, would you do half packs or would you do full packs?
Pardon?
Would you do full packs with him or half packs? Which one would you say?
Half packs. Thank you, Ruzat. And then also when he comes home, when he lays down, you have to actually prop him up on a pillow. He cannot lay flat, else those secretions will actually build up again. And also put a air purifier or a humidifier inside of his room. And also, if you get a humidifier, put a little bit. I don't know if y'all can find, because we can't even, since COVID come around, we can't even find it. A little bit of a drop of eucalyptus in the water.
Okay, this is being recorded. I can hear this again, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, go look for that eucalyptus when he comes home, please.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Lisa Thompson says, my stomach is inflamed. Can I use the products?
Of course. And why is the stomach inflamed? What did she do? What did she eat?
Let me see if Lisa is still on the call.
That's my niece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one. Part of it might be stress.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you now, Lisa. We can hear you now.
Okay.
Your auntie talking on you, Lisa.
I did an endoscopy, and that is what they told me, that the inside was red. You know?
So did they give you a reason, the root of the problem?
Well, I think most of my thing is stress.
Wasn't lying.
Yeah, it's more.
So that means you're about to get ulcers. Did they tell you that?
Because I watch what I eat.
Remember, I said in the beginning, our body needs help because of the toxins, the outside toxins, and outside toxins is stress as well. I remember I said that.
Yeah.
And so my thing about it is, you need to first of all, look here. One, practice seat, because as a nurse, I look at the whole man. All right, not just the physical man. I look at the psychology of the man, the spirit of the man, and also the home environment of the man, the behavioral characteristics of the man. That is what we call assessment. All right, so assessment isn't just physical assessment, head to toe assessment. And so in saying that, when you look at the spiritual aspect of your life, in all things, let me tell you something, honey. in all things, I say this too shall pass. And there's a master up above. And this is what he does. And I had to learn this the hard way. When we worry, he does not work on our behalf. But when we take something and we rest it at his feet and we leave it there, then he works. But when we worry and we stress out, God sits down and he sits back just like this and do like this. When you're ready for me, let me know. Hey. When you're ready for me, let me know. So my word to you today is put things at his feet, be obedient to his word, and watch him work you. You do not do his work, because when we do his work, we mess up. Understanding me?
I've learned that firsthand.
Okay, so I'm preaching to the what?
Choir.
The choir. My God, he's do this. I see, and I'm just like you, I know it firsthand. When I worry about things and try and put my hands in it and try and do it myself, he's do like this. Oh, you was the boss. I thought I was the boss. Okay, you was the boss. Go ahead, then stress yourself out. Knock yourself right out. When you remember there's something called me, then come back to me. I'll be waiting. So he's waiting for you to come and rest at his feet. And be and in all things, after you're rested on his feet, be still and know that he is God, because it's in stillness that he will speak to you and he will show you the way to actually deal with whatever situation that's going on. But I didn't come on here to preach because I'm also a minister.
I was just about to say, she added to her repertoire. She's also a marketplace minister, guys. Lord, she's a preacher of the gospel. So yes.
So honey, get to Psalms 37 and Psalms 91 tonight. And you pray on that, and you remember them to your heart. And you pray them to God every night and watch him work on your behalf. Okay, so
I got two more questions. Two more. And then we done. Two more. I have rheumatoid arthritis, but no diabetes. I do have low blood pressure. I am overweight. I'm also overweight, and I have trouble with thyroid problems. So what is best for me to take pertaining to losing weight?
I want her. Because right now, I am actually, I remember I spoke to you and I tell you, I'm trying to lose some weight again. And some people just ask me what I try to lose, but I see what I try to lose, okay? And I'm actually doing an experiment with these products. And it's working. So I want that person.
So Marva, you hear that? Marva, you have to call Miss Pauline and let Miss Pauline know. Donnelly will help you.
About that? What did she say about that?
That she will take you under her wings, Miss Pauline, and help you to lose the weight. So get back to Marva, Miss Pauline, and she will connect you with Miss Nurse Donnelly and tell you what you need to start on. And Nurse Donnelly will walk you through your journey of weight loss.
Okay, yes. and it won't affect my thyroid or anything. My thyroid, because I take what one part.
I got you.
All right. I
got you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
There's one more question, and then we're there. We're like, oh Jesus, another question came. What a sick dread. Hormonal imbalance affecting fertility. Please advise.
Balage and N7.
Remember when we had that lady that didn't know she had things going on, and when she took the Balage and took a shower, stuff came out of her. Yeah, the odors. And then even Dr. Denise spoke about the person was on the products and literally
had a nasty tick discharge, and it was a huge foul smelling.
Yeah. Ugh. So guys, you don't know what's going on and what the blockage is. So the Balage starts pushing everything out of your body. Dr. Denise actually had somebody have a worm come out of their vagina, a huge worm.
Ruth, I remember when I came over there to the lounge in Florida. My skin was awful. I was bloated. And I decided me and you had actually miracles happen in just 2 to 3 days while we were over there on those products.
Yes.
I had mine done.
Yes,
I remember Dr. Frankel. I was sitting right next to Dr. Frankel because all of us sitting at the same table. And I just came in, right? So I just came into the meeting, and look here, that Ballage tastes so good on ice in that picture. And I was on my 4th cup when Dr. Frankel said, "Baby girl." He's up on that. I said, "Man, I got this, I got this, I got this." Right? I say so thirsty. But I was halfway through my 5th glass. Oh yeah. Look here, guys. I took my driver's license and my credit card and I ran to the front desk. I said, "A room for Dudley Adley, please." No. I left the people with my credit card and my driver's license and I ran.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
Yeah. By the time I was finishing that room, my stomach was flat. Flat.
Yep.
That's how much toxins I had built up in my body. And then a few weeks after that, I saw my skin just clearing up. Man, these products so bad. I don't know what to say about these, man. These products, if these products could get my son, who stopped walking at the age of 3, and now just turned 14, to get him, because he stopped walking, and the thing about it is he wasn't walking for over 10, 11 years, and Dr. Ruth hadn't seen my child. She knows my child. Other people on this line seen my child. Pastor Durrell, he's seen my child, even pray for my child. My child went to doctors all over. Man, I'm talking, his things were sent to Canada. He went to the United States. He went to Miami Children's, National Institute of Health, Boston Children's. I'm talking, I spent some money up in Atlanta. I'm talking money, Cuba. I'm talking doctors here in the Bahamas. Nobody could tell me what's wrong with my child. But guess what? God hit him until Sankey came. Because after he got on Sankey, after 3 days, the boy eyes used to roll over in his head. And he used to drool. He used to hang over like this. And he was ashamed to even go to the house. Why? Because cognitively he's fine, but his body wasn't connecting with his mind. Y'all don't know, guys. And that's why Ruthann is telling me I hop over her, but that's a business because I have a child, right? And the thing about it is, y'all don't know. It's like to be in a position where you have all your faculties and you can't move. You can't do anything for yourself. And to actually have a product that is starting to wake your body up. My child was able to stand after 10 years by himself using his walker. I purchased that walker. That child could never use that walker and stand by himself holding that walker. Dr. Ruthann right there. Dr. Ruthann.
Stop drooling. I stop rolling.
And look here, and even with Dr. Ruthann, that same hand when she's be pointing at you all with my hand. I can't do the screen properly. Anyway, yeah, that same hand when she's be doing like this, pointing at you all with, that hand couldn't even lift up. She had to tote that hand around with her. The same eye she's be eyeballing y'all with, one of those eyes was closed down. That other woman standing up. Y'all want to have jokes with these products? Y'all can have the jokes. Me, I was a hypertensive patient. After I had that child, after I had that child, while I was pregnant with him, I was having preeclampsia. And after I had him, the hypertension wouldn't go away. After these, and I was on meds, hypertension. And now I'm on no meds for all those things I told you all about. And y'all on this line joking? Look here. I tell people, also Roseanne knows this. I allergic to everything. What did Dr. Cleveland tell me, Brunei?
Live in a bubble. Live in a bubble. Bubble woman.
Oh, she, I cry. The doctor tell me, say, you don't need, I don't even want to go to work. I need to put you in a bubble. You need to stay in your home. Guys, I just start paving around my house. Why? Because if the grass is cutting, I have a little bit of grass in the front of my yard. And when that cutting, I can't be home because I'm allergic to grass and all when it cuts. These products has caused me to be able to go into the world, to not be affected. And me who have these serious allergies, if I could take them and they didn't do anything to me, come on now. And being on all those medications and there was no contraindication, I slowly came off those meds. Come on now. I don't know what else to say to y'all. I don't know. I don't know.
I have two more questions. Two more. Two more.
Uh-huh.
Woohoo! We're nearly to the end, guys. This is the long haul.
Yeah,
Woo!
because guess what? Y'all ain't gonna interrupt my sleep. Y'all see my cup right here and go on. My cup right here and go on cold. I gotta go warm this. I can take this out of this now and go warm this. And I have my cocktail. This is my cocktail, my red wine. You all know what my red wine is? Balage and Pernod. My red wine, honey. I take this every night before I go to bed. When I wake up, I feel like I could conquer the world when I drink this in the nighttime and when I wake up. So I hope you're getting ready for bed and have your cocktail on the side of y'all because I get mine.
So what would we give someone who has done retina detachment surgery?
Where they had that done? Anyway, no, let me stop. Okay. With that surgery, now, see, with that detachment, there's some permanent things that were done. Permanent. That's like, for instance, if you have a hysterectomy, permanent things are done. But if they have vision in the other eye, do they still have vision in the other eye? Or how is the other eye?
That would be Jean Thomas Wright. I don't know if she's still on. Let's see. Yeah, she is. Jean Thomas Wright. I don't know if you want to answer. No? Okay. I guess just answer as much as we possibly can. Yeah.
If they want to be private, they can actually reach out to the person who invited them to call. And
oh, yes. Yeah, she said yes, he has. She said yes, he has.
He has vision in the other eye. Okay. Yes. So what the Balage will do, and the inner 7, if he doesn't have pressure, it'll actually help to maintain whatever vision he has in the other eye. And then after being on these products, I noticed that with my reading glasses, I had to use 200, but after being on these products, I've gone down to 150 on the using these products as it pertains to my reading glasses and my vision.
Yep. Because I'm noticing that I'm actually able to read print on my phone now without my glasses. And I and before I started the products, I had gone up to 200 in reading glasses, just like you.
And guys,
now I can actually see my phone.
I'm sitting in front of this computer and I left my thing. I'm in the room. But guess what? Because of COVID, and we're now on our phones and our computers and our tablets more often, we need to buy the blue light glasses to protect your eyes. I just
put that in my Amazon cart.
Guys, blue light glasses. You all get those blue light glasses, especially how we be on these Zooms and you're looking at the screen and whatever. You all please get the blue light glasses. I'm supposed to have my own on right now looking at the screen. Please get your blue light glasses. It'll help to save your vision being on these tablets and computers and these Zooms and I get all kind of things up in my house. I know how much computers and all kind of things up in this place. This tech.
Tech world.
What if you have tested eyeglasses?
Pardon?
What if you wear glasses? How will you get that? Because I work all day on my laptop, and I have regular glasses that I've been wearing from a child.
Now, I know they have some of the blue light filters that you put on the screen, or some of the eye places, what they do, they measure your glasses and they make a clip that goes, when you're using the computer, you put the clip down in the front of your glasses.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen them.
Okay. I kind of know what you're talking about.
And then you have some glasses, they're more expensive, that they actually do the lens, that it changes when you're looking at the screen.
Thank you.
Okay, I have one more. Well, I have two more questions. Listen, guys, we're supposed to be in bed. Bad guys, bad. Okay, so the next question is two more. Well, there's one that just came. I haven't gone down there. If someone's diagnosed with heart failure and fluid around her heart, what would you recommend?
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna tell you, guys, and I can't say this enough. If you're on prescription meds, do not come off your prescription meds unless your physician tells you to come off your prescription meds. But I can tell you this, when you add these products and you go back to your physician, there's gonna be a change in your blood works. And not for the better. I'm sorry, not for the worse, for the better. I've had persons on these products who had all of these hard fluid around the heart conditions. I'm telling you, I have somebody, boy, looking at their heart anyway. But thank the Lord, they actually went back to their physician, did their heart Doppler, did their cardiac enzymes, all of their tests. And the doctor said to them, this is the best report they have seen in 17 years after being on these products, guys. So for that person, I would only put them on the Balage and the Crenew, to start off with the Balage and the Crenew. The Crenew in the morning, Balage at night. Crenew in the morning, Balage at night, nothing through the day. None of them through the day, just to start off for the first month or two with just one stick of Balage in the morning, one stick of Crenew in the evening. And they have to change their diet. I know it's hard for us to change our diet because most of us on this line actually have some kind of black blood in us. And having that kind of black blood in us, we like seasoned food. We like greasy food. It ain't greasy and seasoned and with ketchup and hot sauce and all them things on it. It ain't taste good, man. It ain't deep fried with some little bit of flour and some seasoning. Man, that ain't food. Yeah, and it ain't full of carbohydrates.
I'm trying to see if there's any more questions. Hold on, let me see if there's any more questions. I think that's about it. I know someone asked, let's see. Yeah, that was the last question. Yeah, Pastor Sturson put a note in there. Oh, there is one. What about a patient with rectal cancer? Do you advise radiotherapy and chemotherapy?
Okay, as I said before, I am not going to go against anything that your physician has advised you to do. Now, I am not going to say anything about that because I don't know the stage. I don't know the stage your cancer is at. I don't know how aggressive the tumor is. All of that depends on that. How long you had the tumor, your age, all of that depends on that. If you have any other conditions going on, all of that, you have to get complete history to actually answer that question.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nurse Donnelly. And I also want to say that someone asked what, sorry, go ahead, Nurse Donnelly. My apologies.
But the products will assist because we had persons who are on the Balage and the Inner 7 and their tumors started to shrink. And when they do, when they get their numbers also decreased. So that Balage and that inner 7 will change your markers as it pertains to cancer. But you will have to take the Balage and the inner 7 if you do not have hypertension at least 3 times a day, at least.
Yeah.
The
And
fight
someone
with
asked me
cancer
what
is an
my nightly cocktail was. My nightly cocktail is basically what Nurse Donnelly has, but I normally add inner 7 because of course I have transverse myelitis as well as, you know, NMO, which basically means my myelin sheath is unraveling. So I have a lot of nerve pains that'll happen. But it's much improved. And, you know, like Nurse Donnelly said, my right arm is actually mobile now. I'm actually able to type on the keyboard with my right arm, which I couldn't do. I could point at you. Like she said, it was literally coddled. It was if I had a stroke back in 2017 after coming out of it. And to the point where my wrist started to hurt. And my therapist was like, it's because you're holding your wrist towards you. You need to open your hands and keep your hand where it's supposed to be in the proper position. So the products have definitely done some amazing things. But like Nurse Donnelly said, guys, and we always say, don't believe us. Like, just watch. Like,
just watch.
It's serious. It's serious. The testimonials are
if you
amazing.
want that jump start, I would advise that you get the 10D with that booklet. Trust me, your life will never be the same again. Trust me on that. Life will never. We have people, and when they start this thing, they say, "Man, look here, I need my stuff." They stop calling it. So I keep on saying the stuff. You know, guys.
Well, I had a lady that I forgot to share the story. I wanted to share the story about the lady that was taking the Crenu. She had shingles before, and she was taking the Crenu and the Balage and everything, but she wasn't going to sleep. And so one night she called me the following day. Dr. Ruthan, I was in so much pain. I don't know what was going on. I had to take my gabapentin, Lyrica. Oh my God. I said, you were probably in a valley of healing. And guys, listen to me. Retracement is a serious thing. When your body goes into retracement, when it's going backwards, it's like going, it's like reversing a car, but you can't see out the back glass. You smashing into everything. Okay? Hitting into everything, and you keep on going.
Let me hit them on this one.
Go ahead.
Let me hit this on them one. A lot of people, when you come on this, when you get on these products, you are gonna feel, especially the Balage, if you are a person full of mucus, look here, that mucus coming out. You could be coughing up mucus, bringing up mucus from up here and down there. So there ain't nothing happened to you. It's just that the body is getting rid of inflammation. Inflammation. That's what causes all diseases and conditions. Inflammation, and most of it starts from the gut. What should we eat? What should we take into our bodies? Please, guys, watch what you eat. Watch what you take into your body. Watch what you give your kids.
Yes, snacks. The kids' juice should be a Balage. You should be giving your babies Balage, even if you're giving half packs, to just make sure that they're having it in their system. And also, the lady that had the issue, she just called me tonight, and she said, "Girl, man, these past couple nights, hey, listen, no, hey, don't leave, hold on." She said, "Man, these past couple nights, that sleep was so sweet, man. When y'all talk about that sprinkle dust, man, that sprinkle dust hit me, and I was like, oh, where my bed? Oh, I need to sleep.
That sprinkle dust, yep." But listen,
she said that was sweet.
I have this report coming in. I have a cousin. He's little. He works at a firehouse in the Bahamas. Everybody in the firehouse got COVID, and the thing about it is he didn't, and he worked all the shift with all of them. He was, because they used to laugh at him when he was taking his Balage. Now he says everybody wants to be on Balage now at that firehouse, so I have to go deal with them probably tomorrow or Thursday. Everybody wants the Balage now because they all got COVID and he didn't. And they say, guess what? That thing which you was on, that had to been do something to your immune system or do things. Because he's standing and his test was negative and still negative.
Hey, what else? All we can say, we have the white paper.
He was the one on the Balage. That's all I was saying. That's all I
we have the white paper that it boosts your immune system by 45%. It fights viruses, influenza A, influenza B, gastroenteritis, and SARS. Yes, I said it, and SARS by 83%. Doesn't that sound like them vaccine counts? Like certain ones is fight COVID by 83. Okay, never mind. We ain't going on that topic tonight. That's Dr. Franco topic. We can leave that right there. So, King.
Yes.
I would like to ask a question.
Oh, go ahead, Cassandra. Please go ahead.
What can I use if I have bulging disc?
You have a bulging disc. Okay.
L4 and L5. And my hypertension. I'm a diabetic.
Hypertension and diabetic. Yeah, you have the combo. We call that the combo. You need to be on the Balage and the inner 7 and the second now with the bulging disc. What do they have you on? What do they have you on right now for that?
Neurontin and Voltaren, but I don't take the Neurontin that much. I don't like it.
Okay, and another thing is, are you doing physio at this time?
I was doing physio, but I stopped. I was doing physio and I was doing chiropractor, but I stopped the physio and I continued the chiropractor. But now that I went him on Monday, yeah, he said to stop the chiropractor and go back to physio.
Did your physician tell you to stop the physio?
No, I just stopped it.
Man, look, when I interview y'all is making me laugh, you know. Y'all is making me laugh.
I think it was like me more. It was more people.
No. See, physical therapy is the house of pain. You have to go through it to get to it. Cassandra, I've been in physical therapy since 2015. 2015. 3 times a week. I know everybody in Freeport through physical therapy.
You need that physio to start to align the spine. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So when you go back to clinic or to a doctor, tell them you need to slip.
And strengthen the muscles around that area. The muscles around that area are weak and they have to be strengthened. And that only can be done through physiotherapy. And you can also use the Hasaki because the Hasaki helps to build the muscles while you're doing the physiotherapy.
Yep.
You have to go back to physio. Have to go back to physio.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Cassandra. So guys, I don't know about y'all, but this was an awesome, fantastic, it's time to go to bed. But before we do that, first of all, Nurse Adelie, we want to say thank you to you. And we hope that you will come back again and, give our Sankey scriptions to what's going on with our bodies so that we can start reverse recovering and restoring. Galaxy Note 10 plus Omar. Yes, it's available in Canada. Please, I was just about to say call Marva or call Jennifer, Charles, but whoever brought you to the call them. Marva will be able to help you. She is one of the main distributors out there in Canada. Please get with her and she will help you. King Clive, Microbiome, Guru Campbell, are you out there?
Boy, I tell you, this information tonight, I just want to thank you, Nurse Donnelly Adderley. We can't pay you for this information to stop this inflammation all over our body. We appreciate you so much. And I think by now, we are going to summon you to this call not too long from now. So please, people are going to want to get you back because I've heard you answered questions in a way that doctors struggle too. But because of your 20 odd years of experience and the wide range of experience, you're able
Yes.
to see how these products work because they work for you, they work for your daughter, they work for your son, they work for friends around you. So you are loaded with information, and we need you
Yes.
to give us the information to help us too to see how we can experiment with these products to stop this inflammation that is going on inside of our body. We thank you. I thank you
Yes.
on the behalf of all the persons who are on the call. We thank you
You're
for
welcome.
your wealth of knowledge, the way you shared it, your great personality. You delivered more
Yes,
than
thank
we
you.
even expected. And Dr. Ruth and you working along together. Well, what a partnership. This is amazing. And I thank you. And we will find a way to compensate you when we
Look
have
here.
our
Let
juice
me do
part.
something. As
Yes.
a nurse, of over 24 plus years, you know what is gratifying to me? When I see people actually reversing, recovering, and restoring their health. When people call me and say, Nurse Adley, look here, I am doing this now. Oh, I went to the doctor. The doctor said I can lower my dosage. Nurse Adley, my blood works. Dr. Ruth Ann knows. And she knows sometimes people, how much time people call back saying, my blood works was the best it's been in years. I can touch people who say I can touch my toes. People who say I can lift my hands. Let me tell you something. That is what I like. I like when people are, their body is actually rid of their diseases. I
Mm,
love Jennifer Child's way of saying it, of their diseases. I, I,
hmm.
I love that, Jennifer, Nurse Jennifer. And so my thing about it is, like, for instance, when I was in wound care, because I'm also a wound care specialist, guys. So that's why I said my CV was too long. Um, there was this guy. He was a biker and he had diabetes and he got an ulcer
Mm,
and his ulcer grew. And the thing about it is he was trying to treat it at home, didn't come for professional help. And he came to us for professional help. Right? This is before Sankey though. But guys, you know what made me feel so good when we worked on his leg and worked on his leg, and there were two nurses who would always run to do him, me and another nurse. All right. I nurse Agatha. She's not on the call tonight. And the thing about it is that man family left him. His wife left him because she said she couldn't stand it and she took the kids.
oh.
That man, he was a banker. He lost his job because he couldn't stand on his feet. And to see that man, we got him back on his feet, we got him done. And then a month afterwards, he came in the unit in his uniform from the bank with his jacket with the bank name on it. And that brought me to tears because it brought so much joy in my life to see that he was able to get his life back. And that is what I'm here for, to help you to get your life back
Mm,
with the help of God and Sankey Global. Some of y'all need to start getting these products and reclaiming your life back. Reclaim your life. Reclaim it. That's what I'm asking you to do. Reclaim your life. Reclaim it back because you can't live a fulfilling life
yes.
if your body is not up to its optimal level. So, God, Mr. I call you Dr. Clive, Lord. You are a doctor. You are a doctor. You know,
Kind.
that gives me gratification to see when people who have diseases are able to claim their life back.
Mm,
It puts a smile on my face.
yes, yes, yes. I see the gratification you're sensing when you help you, and that's what life is about. Eh? And the song says, "If I can help somebody as I
Along the way,
travel along, hey, then
mhm,
my living shall
will
not be
never be in need.
in
Oh
vain." We
Lord,
we,
yeah.
we have
Hey,
so
we
much
grew up the
guitar.
same school. We grew up the same school.
Can you imagine as the information about the microbiome goes out and the million man microbiome movement begin to expand and people from India and Australia and Afghanistan start to hear about Sankey Global and we were there from the beginning. This is not small. This will outlive us. But we must do it. The people from the islands are called to rise to the
Yes,
occasion to make a difference. And
yes,
we are rising to the
yes,
occasion to help a world that is stressed out by a COVID. We have Sankey Global to reverse, recover, and restore. I thank you. I know you're going to sleep well because you have helped a lot of persons tonight. Dr. Ruth and Lightburn, I thank you. Everybody on the call tonight, thank you. Next week, we have a surprise guest again for you. You don't want to miss it. And please chime in, make a difference, and make a difference in somebody's life. One person each week that you invite can be a life that you just saved. I thank you so much. Have a good night. Sleep with God. God is sleeping with you.
Hey, Clive, I have one thing that I just want to add. Someone's asking about Cayman. If the persons if they have a freight forwarder like we do in the Caribbean, where we normally start with a freight forwarder and they can ship it to a Florida address and it can then be shipped to the Cayman. Yes, definitely you can get your products in. So please, feel free. And all of the numbers that were sent to me privately for Nurse Donnelly, I have forwarded them on. So you will be hearing from her privately regarding that. And also, I just want y'all to know that, Sankey has a customer program where you can purchase it as a customer. And, we always like to say here that we love customers. And so we don't ever want people to think, oh, we don't like our customers. No, we love customers. Okay. And with that being said, you can choose to be a customer. So get back to the person that brought you this call. Like literally get back to them and say, I'm ready. I've heard what I needed to hear tonight and I'm ready. But if you're that person like me who always says, okay, how much is this like this as a customer? Now you got anything cheaper? If you want to be a member and you want to get that cheaper price, guess what? These are the packages you can start with. And, person say, well, I won't be in no business. No, you don't have to do no business. I didn't say business. Did you hear me say business? I didn't say business. This slide says business owner, but I need to change that and I need to call it member because I'm talking about membership so that you can, because membership has its privileges. Okay. And so if you become a member, you'll get it cheaper. So I say to you, and I tell you, get back to the person that brought you this call and let them know you're ready. You're ready, and you're ready now. Okay. So this is what we do. And like King Clive says, we do this every Tuesday and we are here to serve. We are trying to get the word out about the microbiome. We are trying to get the word out about these 4 fantastic products that are really doing some amazing things in the space of the microbiome, in the space of person's health. But, we need your help. And how do we need your help? We just need you to bring 1 or 2 persons to the line next week. That's all. Like literally, that's it. Bring 2 people to the line next week and you'll be amazed at what we have to say. And this has been recorded. It is on YouTube. So get back to the person that brought you this call and ask them for the link. And they'll be able to send it to you. So thank you so much, Clive.
Bless you all. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruth Ann. And sleep well, ladies and gentlemen. Drink your corner of fire and go to bed. Okay, good night.
Good night.
Night, night.
Really good night. Hang up.
Hey.
remember, Nurse Donnelly's on the line. We can't hang around. No sweet talking tonight. Straight to bed. Yeah, no, she got the whip.
Yes, please.
I'm already in bed. I'm in bed. I am in bed. Honestly, I am in bed.
But yeah, but where's your phone? You remember Nurse Donnelly tell you put the phone away. Remember she tell you all that?
My night table's right there.
Yeah, but you still on the phone.
Yeah, but as soon as I say bye some more, then I'm gonna drop it in.
See, now everybody gathered around the door. Now we gotta know. So this when you start pushing everybody. Donnelly, I am pushing them out the door.
Gentle Jesus, meek and mild.
Donnelly, I pushing them out the door. You ain't see me pushing, I pushing. I'm pushing them out the door.
Guys, I'm praying. I'm going to bed. I'm praying, gentle Jesus, meek and mild. Look upon this big child.
I'm pushing them out the door, Nurse Donnelly. Okay, good night. Hey, when you stand at the door, good night. Yes, good night. Oh, thank you for coming. Good night. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Good night.
Oh my God.
Tell everybody good night. Good night. Good night.
I appreciate
good night.
It's very nice. Thank you, guys.
Good. Bless you.
Yeah. I'll increase my love for you guys now. Okay. Clink, 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 clink. It's gone up. Look at that.
Oh, Nurse Donnelly, they say they want you to come to Canada, Nurse Donnelly. They want you to have a camp and have a tent and talk to the people.
Yes. Camp meeting. We're gonna have a camp meeting when we do.
I think I have a Sankey tent, you know, and you just have the tent,
Yes.
and then you just have the believers come to the tent.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, geez. Oh my goodness. Awesome, awesome meeting. And
There's an old
guys,
song that
Gotta go,
says,
folks.
I
Good
can't
night.
sing, but there's a Rhode Island song that says, come to the water. Stand by my side. Come to the
Sancti
water.
water.
You
Be
won't
sanctified.
denied.
exactly. Be sanctified, man.
Sanctified. Raise your hand if you want to be sanctified.
And just so that everybody knows, Dr. Denise was on the call. She said she was with a client, so that's why she couldn't come on.
Presentation.
Oh, thank you,
Bless you.
Kenneth.
Bless
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you, thank you. We try. We try.
Prescription for your condition.
Yes. Your Sankey,
Okay,
Sankey scripture.
good night, everyone. Thank
Man,
you for
good
coming.
night. See,
Thank you
now
for
she can't
coming.
beat me off the call. Bye, guys. I gone. Good night.
Okay. All right. Take
Good
care.
night, everyone. Good night. Good
Night,
night.
I'm
night.
ending the call, guys. So once you say good night, I'm going to click. Like, you know how you sit on the phone? No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up. Guys, just hang up.
Great
Just
job,
hang.
great job. Good night. Great job, great
Yeah,
job.
Thank
good night.
you,
Oh,
Pastor
good night.
So that's
Evans.
Pastor
Yes.
Barbara, right?
Yes,
Who's
that's
that?
Pastor Barbara.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, great
Hey,
job.
Pastor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good night. Okay.
Good night, guys. I'm
Good night,
ending it now.
Pastor.
I'm hanging it up. I'm clicking.
Cricket.
Good
Okay,
night,
10,
guys.
9, 8,
Night, night.
7, 6,
6.
5, 4, 3,